today, this video will be sponsoring a GOAT at making thumbnails, a GOAT at playing games, a GOAT at making videos, the ghost of GOATs, my dear friend, Buckets. Now, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below on this video, and I'll put his link to his channel in the description below so you can like, subscribe on his videos. That is a GOAT right there. Now let's get right into it, boys. Now, judging by the title of the video, you probably thinking this video should be put off to the first day, first week, or first month of school. But honestly, I don't care. We're gonna do this during the summer. But for first on my list of worst things at school is niggas who act like they game. Like, I can't tell you how many times I heard someone say on BD. Like, nigga, it's so many times nigga be saying that shit. Like, nigga, you not about that life. Like, I don't know like who is a gang member, but I just know it's not every fucking nigga at the school, nigga. Like, it can't be every nigga at the school. So I know most of y'all niggas are probably not like that. Let's be honest here. So stop lying and stop saying on BD because you're not really with that shit. And don't get me started on the niggas who say they got these guns. Like, yes, you probably have that gun in your household, but let's be honest. That's your mother's or father's weapons. That's not yours, nigga. And bro, literally someone told me they gonna send goons on me one time. That's a story time for another time. But nigga, he's not like that. Like, some niggas in school be hella pussy. And they sometimes be the main one saying on BD or say, oh, I'll pull out this on you. Like, nigga, you're not like that. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking bitch. Now, with this, I'll have to give you a warning. If you eating or drinking something, you might want to pause the video and do it and finish it now or wait, because this shit about to be disgusting. Another thing about schools I hate is the fucking bathrooms. Like, niggas be dirty as fuck, bro. Like, I remember one time, warning again, don't be eating while I say this. I remember one time, bro, I went in the bathroom, just shit everywhere in the toilet. It is so fucking disgusting. Like, I'll show you an image right now. See, the closest thing I can find to resemble it. But bro, I hated that shit. It looks so disgusting, my nigga. They need to change. They need to stop this bullshit, bro. And not even that. Niggas be leaving hella shit. Niggas be in the bathroom vaping and shit, nigga. Like, shit, nigga. Stop it. Some niggas are trying to take shit and you just in there. Pass it on, bro. Like, nigga, no. Stop the bullshit. And for the last thing, this honestly could be bad or good depending how it happened. Have you ever seen or had someone jump over your head? Me personally, I had someone jump over my head. But it was so clean though that I couldn't really be mad. Like, he jumped over my head. His balls didn't touch my head, so I really didn't care. Only good if they successfully jump right over you, my nigga. But if they fucking don't, that is ball juice all over your head, nigga. Like, that is fucked up. You gonna have to box them after that. Like, you really just can't do anything else. You gotta box them. You can't get out of that. But honestly, that can go good or bad depending on what happens. But that's it for my part. Now let's go straight to Buckets.
This is Buckets here. How y'all doing today? So anyways, today I'm going to be talking about the education system alongside here with Dino, as we're talking about why just 5 things we hate about school. And to be quite honest, I'm going to say right now, teachers who don't know how to teach. Now listen, hear me out, okay? For those of you hissing at that, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, you're probably a teacher's pet. You probably have like 90s in all your classes and say, English school is easy. Essentially, teachers can know a subject, but not know how to teach a subject. There's a difference between knowing a subject and then knowing how to teach that subject. When you are teaching virtually anything, you have to start from a beginner's perspective. You have to be able to teach it without trying to make yourself sound all high and mighty and super smart, daunting the students and thinking of them as beneath you. These are human beings who, just like you, have a drive to learn the subject if you make it accessible. Like math, for example, if you break down math and if you break down any like sort of form of math, like quadratic equations or like binomials, trinomials, all that stuff I don't want to touch again. It gives me Vietnam flashbacks. Yeah, stuff like that. If you break it down step by step what you're supposed to do, like people will just be like, oh my god, this teacher can teach really well. Because if you make it accessible, if you make it approachable, and you make it fun, that's how you can teach. Not only that, but if you also, as a teacher, are willing to answer questions, dude, you are saving people's grades. I had a teacher named, well, I'm not gonna say her name for the sake of, you know, me staying in school. She didn't really know how to teach. She kind of just showed us how to do the problem, but it gave no context to where she got the numbers from, didn't really tell us what we were doing, and just gave us homework. She basically showed a bunch of information in our brains and we spat it back out on a test. She would scoff and laugh at us each time we got something wrong. She would just like chuckle and just wheeze at us and whatnot if we got something wrong. She could not teach. She made the subject unapproachable. She was a discouraging teacher, and most of that class failed. Somehow I passed. I'm not sure how that happened. She literally, like that, just because of her and the way she taught that subject, I literally wanted to switch majors from computer science to just something biology related so I could just skip the fucking math. It was that bad. Now, what I'm gonna say is, some teachers can make it fun when they do like step by step, or you know how you're supposed to do it and all that stuff like that. I mean, and they actually give, I don't know, context. It's like reading a book and it starts, like the beginning page starts the story halfway through and gives us no context for anything. Like Halo 5 Guardians, unless you read the I think it was the comics, right? I don't know. But yeah, that's a huge issue, is that teachers sometimes can't just teach, and the students can't speak up about it unless there's like an anonymous forum, which our school has. Other than that, students can't speak up about it, and it's pretty bad. Now on to some other things. The way that stuff is taught. The way that stuff is taught can really impact a way a student understands a subject. We as humans are naturally curious creatures. When we actually go out and study something on our own, it's more interesting than it being shoved down our throats. School shoves it down our throats. They shove it down there so hard and make our entire future depend on it. Now, as people have a misconception about school, that school is a place where you just go, you learn random shit, you don't feel like learning, and then you go. School actually teaches you subconscious things. For an example, how to problem solve with math, how to look deeper into things with English, how to not repeat your mistakes, history, and the world around us, science. It teaches us these subconscious rules of the planet in which we live in and the society in which we live in. But if we take it at face value and we don't really look into what the subject is actually teaching us, we can get discouraged very fast. If you make the subject engaging and fun, it can truly change a student's experience. On to some other news. School lunch. Actually, don't scratch that. Bathrooms. Dude, Jesus. Oh my lord. What is going on in these bathrooms? There's like this video that I have of a kid who dropped his vape in the toilet, and the addiction was so bad they picked it back up, but it just piss soaked all over it and smoked it. You can see the droplets coming out of his mouth. I was like, bruh, like the hell? Like one time I walked into the bathroom and there was these two like Mexican kids in the back stall, and they were trying out different hot sauces, right? Because all I can hear is insatiable screaming, somebody walking, like somebody in the stall, and then it's the splashing of water. And I thought he maybe had a water bottle, maybe like a Powerade, Gatorade, something. But no, the stall door kicked open. The other kid runs out, dunks his face into the dirty ass sink with gum and mold and I don't know, shit, pubes in there. And the other kid sticking his face in the public school toilet. And it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. I have never seen somebody so desperate to rid. Like, dude, listen, during Spanish class, I actually tried the world's hottest hot sauce with Carolina Reaper in it and ghost pepper. And on that same day, the water fountains weren't even working and the sinks weren't even working. And I still would not stick my fucking face in a toilet. So I walk out there, traumatized. I'm doing the 1,000-yard stare. I just saw some shit. I walk down the hallway. They're screaming behind me. And there's water everywhere. Poo water. Everywhere. And I walk back to class, I sit down, they ask me, hey Corbin, where you been at all this time? Me? I've been watching a Mexican kid dunk his head in a toilet that probably like 500-600 people have shit in. And as I'm speaking about this right now, I can feel my gut starting to wrench, and I don't think I'm gonna sleep tonight. So, yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Anyways, without further ado, that's gonna conclude it for what I have to say. If y'all like this video, I will literally send a cookie in the mail. It's your choice of flavor. If you don't like it, well, that's your fault. That's your problem. I'm not, no refunds. Listen, I'm like half asleep and I'm ready to go to bed. See you later.